really glaring. Hey, what's going on? Man, that I gotta turn that light down on. It's really glaring. It's offending me. Is that better?
I'll let you know once it comes on.
It's like there's a big glare right there. I don't know if we did something or what, but it's not very good. Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm trying to fix the light. Let's see who's in here and say hellos. Oh, Kevin's going to be along a little later. Looks like he's taking his grandkids to a Christmas play. I hope he has a good time and I hope he makes it back. Hey, GOB's here. What's going on? From New Mexico. Hello from PA, brother. All right. Spray Bombs is here. What's going on, brother? Hey man, thanks for the mail. Like I said, I sent some out. I'm glad to hear that you got yours. Oh, Gordon, how you doing, buddy? Oh man, Danny
I keep
live.
forgetting. I keep forgetting that I
Oh,
have a
stiff competition, I guess. We'll see how we do.
Robbie Autry,
Hey,
Torp,
Robbie's back. Robbie, I'm really
Randy.
thinking of you and your wife. I hope everything's going well. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, Robbie. I had that test on the biopsy. I came home from the hospital, and Friday morning at 6:30, Brian had to rush me to the ER because I had a collapsed lung and they had to put a chest tube in. But I'm all better now. I'm doing all better. Don's Hot Rod Garage is here.
Yo,
Yobi's here.
man,
Darren W. from Canada.
all right.
PPSS. Mrs. K is here.
All right. Wow,
Henry.
everybody's filing in. Oh, Tony's made it. What's going on, Tony? All right, Torp. What's going on, man?
That's right, one. I am nuts.
Harry made it. What's
Mark.
going on, Harry? Randy Rhines here.
Harry.
Outstanding. Mark from Edgewell, West Virginia made it. Cool. Lonnie's in here. Henry's here.
You're welcome, Lonnie.
Cool. Did we miss anybody? Hey, there's Christina.
Did you say hi to one?
Yubi. One.
Yubi.
My man won. I know that
Darren W.
Kim kept making me check my phone. She goes, I went over a couple times and I didn't see an email from one. I think she almost missed it from yesterday. She's like, he didn't make his pick.
Jesus is here.
Yo, what's going on, Jesus?
Steve M is here.
Cool.
Big Job is here.
Big Job Ford. What's going on, Dawn? Man, I'm telling you, honey, I got to turn that light down a little bit.
Okay, turn the light down or turn it off. One or the other.
Let's try turning it off. Oh, that's too dark. Well, it's got a little glare today. Sorry, I'm moving the camera all over the place.
Hey, Zeus. That's funny.
All right, let's see. Junker Clunker made it. What's going on? Hey, man, that's cool, brother. Merry Christmas. What's going on? All right, I'm glad you made it, man. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, man. Well, we had a pretty good week. Not really much happening in the shop other than where you guys saw the short today. I got all those runs sanded out.
All right.
And after we got all the what Kevin called the curtains, we got all the curtains sanded out. Then we took it to 320.
Hey, Shaky.
And I don't think I'm going to get it any better. So we're going to hit it with the DP90. We're going to put a half part.
Thank you, Randy.
We're going to put a half a part reducer.
David Soloway.
We're going to put a half a part reducer in.
You just keep talking. I'm just saying hi to everyone.
Well, I'm doing the best I can. I don't want to interrupt you, honey. And you know, we're gonna put a half a part reducer in the DP90, turn it into a sealer. We're gonna put it wet on wet, and as soon as it flashes off, then we can hit it with Hot Rod Black. I like to wait an hour, you know, just to let it do what it's gonna do. It came out nice on the dash that way, so we're gonna do that.
Hey, Artelis, Mr.
Tilt.
B.
We're gonna do the front tilt the same way. Yo, what's going on, Grady? Artelis is here, Swamp Thing. What's happening? I'm so happy to see everybody filing in. David Soloway, what's going on,
Robbie,
man?
I hope your wife is doing well.
Yeah, it's the way to go, Robbie. And, you know, we'll see what happens. Like I said, the rest of the car, I'm going to epoxy first. But, you know, I got ahead of myself on the tilt nose. And from what I read, I should be okay. But worst case scenario, in 5 years, I'll do it again. It'll be what it's going to be.
Junker Clunkers has got a broken off bolt. He's tried I can't get it out. Tried using the welder, drilling, and extracting it.
Where's it in? What's it in? Is it in a head? Is it an exhaust bolt? I mean, you did the washer trick, right? You weld the washer onto the stud first.
Tim Windsor. I'm feeling good, Tim. Thank you.
You weld the washer on to the
Hey,
bolt
Terry.
first, and you get the bolt nice and hot, and that usually the heat of the bolt does. And if you have to, let it sit overnight. Get some Kroll oil, some creeper oil, even some WD-40.
Merry Christmas, Mr. B.
But I found that Kroll oil is the best. Let it creep for a day or two. Sometimes you give it a bath 2-3 days. Just let it sit, man.
How about some dry ice?
Well, I don't know if that, and sometimes if you just get a MAP gas and you just heat the metal around it, try to open up the metal
Thank
around
you, Spray Bomb.
But sometimes they can they get down to where you got to drill them. They weld themselves in if it's in there too long.
Oh, thanks, GOB.
I'm usually pretty lucky. I get a lot of broken bolts at work in my line of work, and I'm pretty fortunate that I can get them out. Oh, thermostat housing. Yeah. So it's steel into aluminum. So you probably got some heavy. You probably got some heavy electrolysis going on there. Sometimes that white powder, when you put a steel bolt down into an aluminum housing, or is 90s, it should be aluminum, right?
PPSS, are you just making fun of Shaky, or did something really happen?
Shaky, what's going on? What's going on, Rick? How you doing, brother?
Thanks, Henry.
So I actually had a lot of fun out in the shop tonight. If Kim was maybe another week or two, I was trying to see if she wanted to go out and do it in the shop, but I'm gonna have to set the heaters all up.
Yeah, where's Phil? Shaky wants to know where Phil is.
Oh, I apologize. He's right
Chopper
here.
Mike.
Chopper Mike made it. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Don, I'm so glad he's finally finished this stupid whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I'm going to play around with the exhaust this week, I think, starting. Trying to figure out, I'm still trying to come up with how I'm going to do it, how I want to cross over the frame, whether I want to do it in the front or towards the back. I think I'm going to do it in the front.
Do it in the back seat, Henry. That sounds like some teenage kid stuff. To Babe Jenkins. Welcome to Babe Jenkins.
To Babe Jenkins. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in and checking us out.
Chaz is his reference. He loves the content. That's very nice of him to say.
Man, thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, Chaz is good people. I actually have mail. I don't know if he's coming, but I got mail from Chaz too. It's a box. I want to open it, so he better show up.
Shaky, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Shaky. Rick. My condolences, man. Real sorry to hear that. Oh, wait a minute. Is he playing around?
Maybe.
He's playing around. Rick's right there. His brother. I'm like, wait a minute. You got two Ricks for brothers? It's like, remember what was that?
Where'd they lose them? They lost them somewhere.
Probably in Kmart or something. Walmart. You got us, man. You got us.
They do this all the time.
You guys are too much, man.
They are too much. Hey, Shaky, Big Job wants to know what the number is going to be tonight. Daryl and my other brother, Daryl.
Yeah, Hubie, I was thinking the exact same thing. That airplane, what was that called? The airplane sitcom, honey.
Wings?
Yeah, that was the name of it.
No, Daryl and his other brother, Daryl, is the Bob Newhart show.
Oh, okay. It was Bob Newhart, but they were also, a couple of them were on the Wings show.
Hey, Kansas Okies here.
Yo, Sam,
Floyd.
how you doing, man? Floyd made it. Floyd's here.
Oh, Floyd got a whole bunch of parts.
All right. Bob Newhart says Robbie.
Yeah.
Bob Newhart. Yeah.
Did I say something different? This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl.
Hey, this is my brother Rick and my other brother. You guys are too much.
Okay.
Man. Shop Cat made it. What's going on, man? How you doing,
Shop
buddy?
Cat.
Appreciate you stopping by, man.
You might have to explain that nickname too, babe.
Uh-oh. All right, here he goes, Gordon. There you go, buddy. Have a sip. Take a sip, man. Man, I'm hoping I don't get no
Oh,
runs.
Mrs. K got a rheostat.
I was sitting there, I was thinking about it. I was reading up, and I've been watching a couple videos, and I know what happened with the primer. And for the dash, I didn't have any runs, but I did have one run on the driver's side window frame for the back quarter window. There's a couple little tiny beginnings of a run, so I'm gonna have to be careful. I know it's wet, but I'm not gonna get too crazy because hey, listen, I decided I am gonna matte clear it, but I'm gonna wait for the matte clear because if you guys notice the Badman's stripes that we want to put on it, they actually run into the door, and the door to the back ain't ready. So I'm just going to get it in hot rod black, and then I'll let it cure for a week or two. Then I'll mask it off and put blankets on it to protect it, and I'll have to clean it after the shell's painted, and then I'll just clear the whole car together after I put the Badman stripes on there. And I mean, I've been back and forth on what color I'm going to paint them Badman stripes. I'm thinking right now I'm leaning towards a real dark gray, or even in that area, but with like a metallic, almost like the color of your car. No, you don't like that idea. You don't want to do ghost ones.
No.
What color do you want?
I don't know. I have to think about it.
Kim's got to think about it. I get overruled a lot.
Red, white, and blue pinstriping.
Yeah, we got to do something like that.
Wow, Mr. B sold his GTO.
Yeah, I saw Grady sent me a picture of that the other, about a week or two ago. You took that on a trade or something. I'm trying to remember the email. I remember you sent me a picture of it. It was missing a lot of the front grill components and stuff, but you were thinking about keeping it. But you're like, I better hurry up and sell it before I get attached.
Our Telus thought you were talking about runs from cheap beer.
That happens too. But I haven't had to have cheap beer in years. I've had a pretty good job for the past couple of years, but I have been on the other end where I had to drink the cheap stuff.
You got all the parts.
All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, she can pick it. I mean,
I like Don's ideal pearl white with metallic.
Yeah, pearl white with metallics. That's a good idea too. I actually was talking to my buddy Guy at work, and I'd mentioned maybe I'll get a cord of hot rod white and do that in white. And he's like, well, what about a gray? And then I started looking at grays. I guess last night I was thumbing through, and there's a couple that have a metallic in them. But
just give me Phil.
But yes, there you go. And Guy actually brought up. He said, gloss black, and that was a decent idea too. But I don't know if I wanted ghost. And now that you guys are saying, maybe I like that idea of pearl white with metallic.
Thanks, Mrs. K.
Maybe like a sparkling. What do you think? Like a gold metallic flake, or like a red, white, and blue flake on the white, ivory white, or a gloss white.
That might be a good idea. The red, white, and blue on.
Just a metallic red, white, and blue sparkle in there, instead of just because it doesn't have to be in your face. It's like the roll bar and the tack are on their own on the inside. They kind of pull each other together, and the little accents of it on the outside would be cool. So maybe something like that. And the Badman stripes only go on the fenders. They don't go across the hoods. I've seen them with them where the stripe goes the whole way across the hood. But doesn't it just stop at the seam, usually on the fender? But I mean, it would look good going the whole way across too. And I think I've seen it on a few cars where they just took it straight across, just kind of like a hockey stick, sort of.
We didn't even know until Gordon told us, Country Boy.
Yeah, me too, Robbie. Just a little hint of this and a little hint of that. I just Gordon Walker just told me, Jason, I don't know. Hey, man, it's all good, man. I'm glad y'all are here. I'll tell you that. I mean, we got our loyal.
Yeah, they have their 800 and some, but we have our loyal.
Listener. Yeah, we have our loyal guy.
White with just red and blue sparkles. That's right.
See, Henry, you're on top of stuff. That's right.
Right, country
It
boy?
sure is. It sure is.
Chopper Mike says metallic flake it.
Metallic metal flake.
Oh, sorry. Metal flake it.
Yeah. All right. Well.
And Two Babe was like, happy wife, happy life. You better remember that.
Well,
Everybody have a drink on that one.
to that I'll say, happy spouse, happy house. We both got to be smiling.
Whatever.
But Kim has pretty good taste, so we'll probably lean into what she
Hey,
does.
Fuel Fire Garage
Yo,
is
Mike,
here.
what's going on, man? Thanks for
You're
coming
welcome, Mike.
in. Hey, man, Merry Christmas, man.
Woo, Christina. Christina's a woman after my own heart with those drinks, man.
Well, I'll be maybe if you start feeling a little more better, I'll take you down and we'll go to.
Thanks,
We'll
PPSS.
go to like Taco Tuesday or something, honey. So you can get a couple.
Send me some of those painkillers. I'm not on painkillers.
She's pretty tough. She only took the. They offered her stuff at the hospital, and
They said I could have morphine or Motrin.
And she took Motrin. And I'm proud of her for that. You know, you got to be careful with those painkillers. It doesn't take much. It's like I remember the old lady that lived beside us. She had knee surgery, and she actually told me she's like, I have to have them now, and it's like, you know, you got to be careful. It's not a good thing.
The pizzelles are coming. I'm off the week between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna send some up to him.
I guess. Desert Rat.
Yo, Mike made it. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by, brother.
Oh, Chinese food tonight, Henry. That sounds pretty good. Dee Dee is Canadian. It's an exchange thing. Well, what kind of Chinese did you get?
I like General. How do you General
General
So?
So.
Every time Kim and my son want Chinese food, my go-to is General So's. That's what I get. You always get an egg roll with a little bit of chicken fried rice.
Dog. Robbie, you're horrible. In China, they just call it food. That's right, one.
They sure do. We've got a couple good Chinese places around here.
The one in Media is really good.
I'm not like a big Chinese food
Ooh,
guy.
David's having a little vodka tonight.
Uh-oh.
Are you mixing it with anything, or are you just drinking it straight? Who used to drink it straight? Lindquist? Lindquist used to drink
I think, yeah, he used to do shots of vodka.
Tacos are the best. Pirates Cove is here. I miss Pirates Cove.
Actually, we're gonna have to swing by. Maybe for Christmas, I'll get some.
He's mixing it with ice. Okay.
Maybe we'll get a little bit of spirits for Christmas. Kim refuses to put the Christmas lights up outside this year because she's 2 weeks late, and she says they got to be up.
2 weeks. It's more like a month.
A month late, because she puts them up like the week before Thanksgiving, and then runs them through 2 weeks after Christmas?
No.
A week after Christmas or something.
Just until New Year's.
Until New Year's. And because she was in the hospital and they were going to be put up late, she's like, no. Are we still going to put a tree up?
Yeah, maybe this weekend.
Maybe we'll put a tree up this weekend. We'll see. I got a lot on the slate this weekend. I'm going to get the front clip painted.
No, first we got to go to breakfast tomorrow because you won't have to go to breakfast.
Oh yeah, we went to that. What was that?
The outlet.
The outlet stores, and I had to get some new jogging pants for when I go to the gym because I'm at the gym twice a day, really. And for some reason,
we have a fake tree, Robbie.
I got a phony tree. For some reason, I ended up with a pair of small or extra small pants. And I'm extra large. I picked the wrong one off the rack, and it's like I didn't catch it. We get all the way home, and that place is like 40 minutes away. It's at least 40 minutes away. The only plus side to it is we get to stop at that diner. They got excellent breakfast. The best eggs I've ever had. And
we have a fake tree that has lights on it already, so we don't even have to worry about that. We just got to put the ornaments on. Yep, we will be here the Friday night before Christmas.
Mike says put the oven in the front yard. I guess I could. You know, Mike, that thing started running really good as soon as I unhooked the fuel line from that crushed gas tank. I got the gas line unhooked for it, or I guess I could. It actually ran great once I took it off the gas line and just ran it to a little jerry can.
One has a good idea. We could just put the lights up at the gazebo in the back and enjoy it ourselves out back.
Actually, there's lights on the gazebo right
That's
now.
true.
We could just plug them in and turn them on. I actually got to run one of those underground wires right over there so that she can turn that on. I got to put that fan. She bought a fan like 2 years ago. I never put it up. But in my defense, we went right into that house mode. It kind of got put on the back burner.
Hubie, when are you moving? All right, Jesus.
You know, Mike, you're probably right.
Have a good weekend.
There's a huge dent in the gas tank, though. I got a new gas tank out in the shed to put in it whenever I get around to it. But you know, that's why the car even came available. The car fell on some guy, and the gas tank got a big crush in it. I don't know if the jack got it or what. And it's like
Jesus' daughter. He had to leave because his daughter had an accident.
Oh man, Jesus, I'll be praying and thinking of you and your family, man. Let us know how things turn out if you can. I hope everything's okay. Man, that's no good. Yeah, just make
okay,
sure.
Hubie. You moved already. Okay.
Rick, make sure she's all right.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Jeez, that's terrible. Put Santa on your roof and one string of lights down at the ground.
Even
I like that idea.
Even a non-serious accident, it just ruins your whole day.
It does. It does. Then you got to deal with insurance. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Hubie, that's good. Henry found boxes of unopened lights in the trash. Henry, you find everything.
Some people just decide they don't want something and toss it. We're just not doing it this year, I guess. But as long as we I think if we put a tree up, that'd be good enough.
I'm gonna put the outside like decorations, just not the lights. Like I'm gonna put the sign up, the reindeer sign.
Yeah, your little table display. Yeah, that'll be good. That's good enough.
I don't know. I miss the lights.
Christmassy. I would do it for you, honey. I told you I'd help you.
It's just too much work and not enough time, and
we can blow it out together in a couple hours if you really want it.
There's a tree on the way when we go to Costco, and it has to be what?
Oh, it's at least a 40-foot tree.
At least 40, probably higher.
It might be higher.
But then they have lights
right to the peak of it. And I think, Kim's like, how do they do it? It has to be an electrician or somebody that has access to a bucket truck because it's not junky put on there. It's properly lit. And so they're not climbing that tree to do that, especially at the top when it gets real thin. And so, that's definitely was done with a bucket truck.
It's really nice. Yeah. I mean, it's a good job.
The same thing with the electricals local down there on Chichester. They went all out, man. They got lights on every tree all the way to the top. And Kim's like, how do they do that?
Around their building.
I was like, Kim, they got apprentices that are sitting on the bench and loads of bucket trucks. They probably just handed them a box of Christmas lights and said, get to work, man.
A box of Christmas lights. That's more like
yeah, that's a lot of Christmas lights. They really went all out. Oh yeah, there you go. I got to work on the lighting. I'm going to do some practice.
Terry just wants one for Christmas.
That's cool.
All I want for Christmas not is one, just all he wants for Christmas one.
That's great, man. So what's everybody else working on? We saw Don, he's all wrapped up with that stuff he's doing.
Oh my God, Shop Cat, are you kidding me?
What?
His wife rear-ended somebody on the way to his surgery. No damage. She left her license at home, and as soon as he found out, he called the cops and locked himself in his car.
Some people, man. Some people. Yo, Turlo's here.
Hey, Turlo.
What's going on, buddy? But, it's like everybody's working on stuff. Don's doing his daily drivers right now. Don, I looked at that video again. It's like that. I was trying to see what you're talking about. I can only imagine trying to line all those O-rings up. That's the kind of stuff. It's like when I stop down to visit my buddies at their garage, it's like, where do they come up with this stuff? It's like the intakes are plastic now. They got 5 or 6 O-rings everywhere. And that stuff that's why my new stuff, I take it right to my buddies. I don't even mess with it. If it don't have a carburetor, I ain't touching it. And I don't know what I'm doing, first of all. Even on the old stuff, I'm not going to mess with the new stuff for too much.
Wow, 2 feet of snow, Tony? That's a lot. That is a lot of snow.
Yeah, it is. Yo, Pirates Cove made it.
Hot rod Santa.
Very cool, man. What are you putting in? Are you putting a 10 bolt in there, 12 bolt, or just another trifive rear? What are you doing? That's awesome, Don. That's awesome. It's like, it's like one of those things though. One O-ring failure is like, oh man. That's awesome.
Don's got the car back together and running.
Yeah, I was just talking. I just said that.
Okay.
All right. Boom.
Oh, you sound like a man shop cat. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I go down there and I learn something new every time I stop by my buddy's shop. It's like they always got something apart. Like you see that they got to take the intake manifold off to change the starters on half the cars now. They put them inside the engine. Hey man, the mechanics are used to it though. They got it down to where they can just blow the job right out. But still. But whose idea was it to put a starter inside the engine, Remember when you used to put heat shields and stuff around them so they didn't get too hot around the exhaust? Now they're inside the engine. It's like, I don't know, man. Today's technology, though, things get a little easier to take care of. I guess, or better designed so they can take that kind of abuse, I guess.
Henry, you sound like you have all the decorations you need.
All right, thanks, Gordon. I appreciate you sticking around, buddy. Yeah, everybody take a sip.
So Don's wife is like telling him, if he can fix old cars, he can fix her car. That's right.
Well, he maintains all his own stuff. He does his trucks. He does her car. I don't want to say I'm lazy. I used to do it I guess the last stuff I really worked on extensively was before I had a garage. We used to have Jeeps, and that one Jeep, man, it had so many problems at the end there. I had a Cherokee.
The green one or the red
91,
one?
the red one. And I'm telling you, the auto body shop blew that engine up. He was so mad. They kept, it was in the shop for like almost 2 months that Kim got hit.
No, I rear-ended somebody.
Or something, whatever. And I'm like, okay, you know what? And he's like, I don't know how I'm going to match the paint. I said, then paint the whole truck. I said, I'll pay the extra and stuff like that. And he said, he told me, he said, give us a month. Well, he had the truck over 2 months. I'm like, yo, man, I need my truck back. And he's like, every day it was, I had 2 guys call out. I had this.
3 girls, Don.
Yeah. Finally, I said, I don't care what you got. I don't care where the truck is. I'm coming to get it. And I think he had it sitting out in his back lot. And I think the sludge.
That takes a lot of time, right, Randy?
Older engines get a little sludge in the bottom of the oil pan. And I think he was mad, and he went out there and he started it up after 2 months and gunned it. And I think that engine tapped terrible, and they put something in it to keep it quiet. And I made it halfway to Kim's work, and it just came undone, man, the whole engine. And it was like, what are you going to do? I know what happened, but you can't prove it. But I've badmouthed him in that company ever since. So I hope he lost customer.
I almost said the D word, which I probably shouldn't say on here.
That guy was a dick. I don't like using bad words in my show.
I caught myself from saying it.
Well, I couldn't. He's one of those guys that I would have no problem, putting a soup bone right between his running lights.
You're old now. You can't
I
do that.
probably couldn't do that anymore. Back then I could, and I was always willing. Now
You're
I'm too
old
old.
now. Uh-oh.
I don't know. I'm starting to get my wheelhouse back.
Uh-oh. It's time.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. Hey, listen. We're gonna do an iron-on patch this week. The BW Garage iron-on patch. All right. Listen, we only had like 12 of these made. There's only a couple left. If you already have one of these, please don't guess. Let somebody else have one. But it is what it is. Whoever wins wins. I'm not good at.
That's right, Terry. I caught myself and called him a jerk.
So, all right. So there we go. We're going to give away the BW Garage iron-on patch. Kim, could you generate us a number?
I did. I showed it to you.
I didn't see it. All right, I seen it. Don't delete it. All right, I need a number between 1 and 50. 1 and 50. The first one to guess it right wins the iron-on patch. Go. You're coming in hot.
Henry's gonna let me know if this number's been called.
I don't remember this number ever.
Henry knows.
There it is.
Mrs. K got it.
Mrs. K got it.
Mrs. K.
Christina, 45.
Oh.
Christina. Great, man. Good job. Okay, everybody, just for proof. Oh, honey, it
You're the one who did it, not me.
Oh, no, I didn't even touch it. It's in the junk phone.
It's gone.
Anyway, if you rewind and look for a half a second before her phone did the jittery.
No, you did it.
Christina won with the guess at number 45.
Way to go, Christina.
Way to go, Christina. We'll get it in the mail to you.
Let's see what Henry says. Henry's gonna let me know.
All right. While I have everybody in here, and except
see, Torp said you did it. He saw
if
it.
anybody has Chaz's number, tell them to get in here. I want to open his present. But I do see Spray Bomb is in here, so we want to open up we got a card from Spray Bomb. All right. Get that opened up.
That's pretty cool, Randy. He lives in a complex called Pirates Cove.
You have to bring the tape down, didn't we? Where did we put these
last year?
We put them on the wall last year. Warmest of holiday greetings.
Oh, that's a pretty card.
It sure is.
Flamingos.
The pink flamingos. That's a Florida little touch to it. All right, to Kim and Brian. May your holidays be merry and bright. Have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. Feel better, Kim and Brian. Keep cranking on the 55, Larry, a.k.a. Spray Bomb and family. Thank you very much, Larry. I appreciate it.
One says Chaz is hiding. Yeah, I'll put him up. Chaz is hiding because he didn't make the Kawasaki deadline after all his bragging. Hey, Andy Songhouse are here.
Andy, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for stopping in.
I don't think he's here.
Huh?
Is he here?
Is Howie Mook here? Did Howie make it? All right, well, we'll hold off for Howie, and we got mail from Howie and Chaz. So we'll hold off on those guys. I like to open.
Let me see the card. I didn't get to really see it.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Here.
That is a very pretty card. I really like that.
What's he saying? 100. Wait for Chaz. He must be backed up or something. Well, that doesn't sound right. It sounds like he's on the can. I don't know. But he's going to make me wait.
He's always driving from here to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he goes to New York and everything. He's got family. He's in New York a lot.
Yeah, he might be on his club's Christmas party too.
Oh yeah, he could be doing that too. Yep. He's on the road a lot. We'll catch up with him.
Where'd Henry go? I need to know if 45's been
called. Henry, are you in here? There
There's
he is. Henry, was 45 ever called? I don't think so.
I think it might have been. But we didn't think that one number was called, and it was called 2 weeks before. So that's how good we are.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get everybody drunk on this Friday night.
I might actually have some spirits, maybe on our Christmas show or something. But I have to get some Woodford Reserve or something nice. I don't want to fill up on beer. Too
late. One said too late. I have a feeling that the Bengals aren't going to win this week.
They're on a roll. I'll tell you what, they keep beating what's it called, Kansas City. They beat Kansas City. What Mike was telling my buddy Mike was telling me three. I didn't pay attention. 3 times in a row they've beaten Kansas City.
So what are you going to do? You're going to paint tomorrow?
I don't know if I'll paint tomorrow or once we get home I'll clean. I got to clean the garage and I got to hang plastic up. The one thing that's going to be a big pain in the butt with that is I got to do it with the door down because I got to heat the garage up. I got to get, I want to get the garage. I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to hold a temperature.
Blackberry brandy.
Till the temperature of the sheet metal goes up a little bit. But the real stinker of it is, even with the tilt nose slid all the way back, even slightly propped up so I can get all the edges, there's only about 20 inches at the most, and it goes down to maybe 18 because the car's on a slight angle in front of that garage door. So I'm going to have to really be tight in there, and I'm going to have to be very mindful of the hose because if you remember a couple videos ago, I slid the hose right through the primer on the front. We're not dealing with primer anymore, so I'll be as careful as I can.
Who are you? George Thorogood one? 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, and 1 beer. We're going to be Mr. and Mrs. Claus for the Christmas edition. We had the hats on last year.
Yeah, we got our little Christmas hats.
Oh, Dee Dee's having his work Christmas party tomorrow, and that's why he's having his show tonight.
Oh, okay. Who said that?
Hubie.
Oh, all right.
Old Forester, yum. What is that, Chop Cat? What kind of... I'm sure it's a liquor, but what kind? Blackberry brandy sounds good. I got drunk on blackberry brandy one time.
I remember you gave me the rest of the bottle.
No, I didn't even know you then.
No?
No.
We had a bottle.
It's a bourbon, okay.
We had a bottle of it when I worked at that medical place in Grant.
David, you're going to have to come back for the Christmas edition. I don't even know where our hat. Boonesbury Farm.
I never had Booneberry.
Hey, yeah, we have a big lot store right behind our house, Henry.
Henry, it's not even 2 blocks from our house. We have a big lot. We got our son a couch from there for his new house.
It was a Lane, too.
It was a Lane Bryant.
Not Lane Bryant.
Not Lane Bryant. That's the large lady store. Lane.
It's just Lane.
Just Lane, whatever. Yeah.
Mad Dog 2020. I remember
yes.
Mad Dog 2020.
Yes,
Terry.
Mad Dog 2020. I'm well aware of that.
They have a cool black top hat. I'll have to check it out.
Okey-doke.
Night Train. Do you remember Night Train?
Yeah. Now we're getting there. Yeah, I knew
Ripple.
somebody. It was only a matter of time before somebody got the Sanford and Son. Sham Pimple.
That was his housewarming gift, David. It wasn't that expensive, actually. And with Brian's military discount,
David. Huh?
Your military discount brought it even down even further.
Yeah, we got a military discount and everything over there. So all these stores do that now. I applied for all of them. I got. We just went to the Home Depot. Kim wanted a shower head like mine, and so did my son. So we went to the Home Depot. And, Kim ordered them.
I needed a new one.
She needs a new one, but they're nice. So
need your list. Sure, Robbie, send your list over.
we went down there, and I got a military discount from them. I had to fill out papers. I gotta say, I like Lowe's military discount better because you only have to give them your phone number and you're in their system. The Home Depot, you had to sign up for the app, but at the same time, if you order it on the phone, you can go to the store and pick it up at the desk. They already have this at the desk for you, and it's already applied. Christina loves your scoop. Oh, thanks a lot, Christina. I appreciate it. I'm telling you, I'll have to.
He was in the Navy.
Put in the Navy. Put the camera. I'll have to put the camera up around it. You can't even see where the seam. It looks like it's molded right in there. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and believe me, I love that thing too. We'll see how long it should stay. It should be on there well after I'm in the dirt. Let's hope anyway.
Okay, Henry, I'm going to go over and check it out. There's a guy that on the craft channels, and he took a laundry basket and turned it upside down,
Mm-hmm.
and he put lights all over it, and then he used that foam, that spray foam,
Yeah.
like that you would fill in holes with,
Yeah.
and covered the lights in the basket, and then he cut a styrofoam ball and put a hat on it, and it's a melted snowman. It's really cool looking. It's really cool looking. I mean, I don't know about those lights under the foam.
Yo, Chris made it. What's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping by, man.
Oh, I did something to my phone. I got to go out and back in.
Yeah. I met her when I was in the service, Terry. She actually came down. I was in A school down in Philadelphia for my field, and she actually came down there to meet some other guy, and I just rolled up on her and started talking, and that poor guy never had a chance because I took her out.
Hey, Chris.
And we were only together about 3 months.
Yeah.
And it was like we had to make a decision. I had West Coast billet. I was I got first or second in my class, so I had
they're all West Coast.
Yeah, we're all the shore commands were all West Coast, and they came with CC1 weld schools.
We've been married 32 years.
32 years. So it was like, okay, well, we either get married. If it works out, great. If it don't, you can come home. And we got married. It's that way I was able to get supplemental housing fees and stuff like that. That was the only way we were going to be able to stay together.
Pat wants to know if you've ever installed a Holly sniper.
No, I have not. But someday I hope to. We'll see. I've seen them installed.
We were both young. You were only what, 19?
I was 19.
And I was 21.
Yeah. Kim had to buy beer for me. I wasn't even old
That's
enough to buy beer. That's the only reason
he married me.
Yeah, I bought her to buy me beer. Her sister told on me the one time. We were just dating, and we were over at the park. And, when Kim would come down, I only knew her a couple of weeks.
That's great, Turbo. 23 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, Becky.
Becky made it. What's going on, Becky? But, it's like I only knew her a couple of weeks, and I would have to give her my whole paycheck because I'd blow it. And she would like space it out. She's, I used to smoke cigarettes when I was in my 20s. So she'd bring me cigarettes and beer every time she came down. And so she bought me a 6-pack of beer and smokes, and she'd come down to the base. And it was like I was off for the weekend. So we went up by where she lives, and so we go over to the park, and I'm just enjoying my beer. Well, her sister came through there, ran right home and told her mom that Brian was drinking beer at the park. So, oh yeah.
Oh, Hubie, that's so nice. What a nice sentiment. I'm sorry that it only lasted 21 years.
God bless you, brother.
I do have a younger sister, but she's mean. Brian calls me mean old Italian lady, but she's way meaner than me.
Who?
Carol.
I don't know. Carol's nice to me.
Hi, Spray Bomb. Have a good weekend. And she's not single. She's been with the same guy since she's been, 14?
14, yeah. Her and Gordon been together. They've been together longer than us, but we've been married longer than them. But they have been together.
John Elliott's here.
Yo, Elbow. What's going on, brother?
Thank you, John.
Thanks, brother. I hope the same for you, too, man.
I wouldn't call it Robin the Cradle. He's the one who's like, bring me beer and cigarettes.
I was drinking beer and smoking cigarettes long before I met Kim. Trust me.
Chris' friend is selling an ex-Navy F-350, 3,900 or 39,000 original with the 55. Man, that's probably a good deal. How much is he selling it for? Turlo would have a really cool junkyard if it wasn't for his wife.
You already do have a pretty cool junkyard, man. I saw that
Well,
pile of parts
I
you
think
got in the
he's saying that.
backyard.
I
man.
think that he's saying that more like, thank God for his wife, or he would just have a really cool
Oh,
junkyard.
I'd have a lot more cars if Kim was out of the picture.
Uh-oh, I forgot about Phil. I sat back.
Yeah, see?
I
It's
sat
not
back.
as easy.
No,
to
you
remember.
have it right there. I'm sitting all the way over
if you
here.
don't drink, you can feel free to take a puff. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be.
Wow, Andy, that's a long time.
Now, y'all, John knew me back in the day. We've been buddies since, what, 16, John?
15 years is a long time, too. And then 5 years on top of that, John. That's a long time.
I used to do a lot of my hoodlum stuff with that John Elliott fella.
I just remember the one time we went up there and his grandmom got a new microwave and we put that burrito in there and it left the imprint of the package on the tray in the microwave.
Oh, yeah, we were trying to clean.
I couldn't get it.
Granny was going to be PO'd, man.
Papillon wants to know the best budget welder you'd recommend for medium use up to, say, 316.
I would definitely go with the Eastwood that I like, the one I got, the 180. I don't even think I paid $500.
Thanks, Elliot.
Thanks, brother. I can't remember. It was under $500. It was and you know what? Eastwood is always running sales on their stuff, and
he said Eastwood MIG.
Yes, Eastwood MIG. The 180 machine will do up to 3/8, I think, at a quarter inch, stuff like that. The only problem I ever had with that was because of me. You guys got to understand. I've been in the Navy. I've been welding for like for like my whole life. 30 something years, and the one thing I never welded sheet metal until I started messing with these cars. And the only problem I ever had with that MIG was what the heck's going on? It's not making good welds. And then I went back and I read about it, and I was using a heavier wire. So if you're going to use it for sheet metal, you're going to want like the 023 wire. If you're going to, so make sure you have like 023 wire and tips for that, and make sure you have like 30 wire and tips for that, and you use the 75-25 gas with that machine, and it makes beautiful welds.
He's mad at me, Mrs. K, because I didn't want him to be in anymore.
Yeah, I probably would have did my 20 years, but Kim didn't want me in there. So I came home, but I'm not mad about it. I mean, it is what it is. Later in life, it's disappointing for us because, if you do 20 years, you get free medical for your family, you and your family for life. And it's like, well,
sign up
until you're 65. And it's like when you're 20 and 22 years old, you don't think about that. You just think about, well, my old lady don't want me in the service anymore, so I'm getting out.
Not that I didn't want you in the service. It just there's nothing close.
And it's very difficult because in the Navy.
Oh my gosh, Mrs. K, thank you.
You go on. God bless. Thank you for his service, Christine. In the Navy, you're deployed 6 months out of the year, and that's a tough road. That's a tough haul for a marriage. I saw a lot of Dear John letters whenever I was in the service. And
hi, Shopcat.
And guys were away from their wife for a while, and they get a note in the mail 3-4 months. I'm leaving you, Dear John. I never got a Dear John letter. You kind of hung in there for me.
You're out. You were gone 6 months and we had a kid.
Who knows? Maybe that guy you used to go with could have came by and said, get rid of him. You never know. Guys in the post office did 20. Yep. A lot of guys that get out of the service go to the. I remember when Dana got mad because I told him we were getting married at Elliott's. We were at Elliott's and we were in his garage hanging out. And we told
I wasn't there.
You weren't there?
No.
I thought you were there.
Uh-oh. Hubie's brother-in-law got a divorce while in Iraq. She sold his trucks and tools.
That sucks, man. I remember my one buddy had got a Dear John letter. We were in Hong Kong, and it's like he blew some steam off in Hong Kong. That's when it was fun.
Hey, Jed's here. We missed Jed.
Yo, Jed, what's going on, man? Yeah, Scooby snacks. You can have a Scooby snack. You can take a puff or take a sip.
Hey.
Whoa, Turlo, thanks, buddy.
Turlo.
I tried,
maybe next week when you're cleaning your shop.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it out in the shop. I got to get the heat set up, and Kim can host while I'm getting some stuff done. Because I'm actually crunched for time. During the week, it's really tough.
My hair already grew one.
A little bit, yeah. It has a little bit.
Yeah. By the time you get out in the shop, it'll be longer than one's. He keeps saying that his hair's longer now.
It might be.
It is. Yes, it will. My hair grows fast.
Ah, man, I there was a lot of partying that went on in Hong Kong. I got to admit, we had a good time. The only thing that sucked.
Oh my God, it was 82 degrees where Robbie was down in Louisiana.
Yeah. The only thing that sucked is we were only in Hong Kong for 3 days, and we were only allowed 2 days of shore duty. We didn't have to stand any watches because I was in repair. But the ship's force complained because repair was going to get all 3 days. But what they didn't, understand was we were in Yokosuka, Japan, which is a working port, and we had to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day for 3 months. And they got off every day unless they were on duty at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Turlo, his hair does grow pretty fast, but it only grows your hair grows pretty fast, but not on top.
Not on top. Hey, you know what they say? Grass don't grow on a busy street, man. Yeah, but I had a good time in Hong Kong, and what was it? We were in Yokosuka, Japan. We 7 days a week. We were working, but there was some jobs that weren't too bad. But 7 days a week, 12 hours a day will wear you down, especially when you're living on a ship, sleeping in a rack, man. It's like you're at work all the time. It just never stops. It's kind of rough. Now, Guam was a good time.
You described how you passed by the grass cloud on your way to work.
I think we've been through this, as some of you might remember, some of you don't, but I was actually, if you go on Google, Guam 1993, the earthquake, I was there. I think I told several of you the story. Maybe if you're new, you haven't heard the story, but I was actually driving and the car started bouncing up and down and the telephone poles were going like this. My buddy Dave was half asleep. He's like, pull over, we got a flat. And I'm like, dude, this ain't no flat. And the car in front of us was hopping off the ground. We were both on the shoulder of the road. Yeah. We had to get on a boat and go out, not out to sea, but out into the Bay Area until they got stuff straightened out because all the piers cracked in half. Look it up. It was.
Weren't they worried about a tsunami?
There was a lot of ocean activity after that. There was a lot of things like that, like Kim said, going on. But that earthquake was huge, and I was there. I was there for it. So if you go on Google and look it up, it was August of 1993. I was in Guam when that happened. So, it was kind of cool.
7.8.
7.8. Mm-hmm. It was big. I know that.
And generated a non-destructive tsunami.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And they made us wait like 3 days to go back to shore. But the islanders, they were begging us to come back because they were having lights out parties and stuff like that. They were trying to get some money.
Pirates Cove was like 12 years old. Okay, Pirates Cove, don't rub it in.
Don't rub it in too much, buddy. We had a couple earthquakes when we lived in California, but they were just the smaller ones. There was like one that hit up in Sacramento, and we were in the Bay Area. And I remember Kim was taking a nap, and I was laying on the couch, and I felt something, and I just happened to look over, and I kid you guys not, we had a sliding glass door at this little apartment we had, and I watched the glass like that. I thought it was a ghost or something. It didn't break, but and people tell me I'm nuts. It can't happen, but it just looked like it flexed. It was like, oh my God. And then I quick turned on the TV, and sure enough, there was a big earthquake in Sacramento.
One wants to know, when you were on base, did they have staff
Thanks, John.
cars?
Huh?
Did they have staff cars when you were on base?
Staff cars, nah. I mean, they had duty cars. Like if you had to go work at like when I was in San Francisco Bay Area working, we'd have to go to the carpool and sign out a car because there was like 4 and 5 bases, and I was a service guy. I welded on all the boats, not just I worked in the repair division, so we were always assigned to different areas, and we would have to sign out a car, and I might have to drive to Oakland, or I might have to drive to that. At one point, what's this? There's like I can't even remember, Santa Vista or something like that. It would be like 45 minutes away.
San Luis Obispo.
Something. It was like 45 minutes away from where Kim and I lived in Alameda, and I'd have to sign out a vehicle and go there and work for the day, whatever. Now, and it's like, when we were in Japan, they had duty drivers. And they would take you to where you had to go to work if it was away from the areas, or you had to carry, like we had power con welders because we're always welding. That's what I did. And them things were heavy. I used to be able to throw one of those up on my shoulder and just, walk up the gangway and go set up leads and stuff like that. But
Bye, Pap. I hope you had something good for dinner.
We'd have to get duty drivers to take us, to whatever boat to do that kind of stuff. Now, when we were in Guam, we rented a car. Kim got mad because I spent about $300-400 on that thing. We kept it for the whole 3 weeks. Me and Dave, we split it. Oh man, hey man, we're holy crap, we're at 57:21. You guys know we only do an hour, so let's use this last 2 minutes to say our goodbyes. I hope everybody has a great weekend.
We got a lot to do this weekend.
We do. We got a lot going on. I'm going to get some stuff.
Going to go to breakfast. Got to take this pants back. Got to come home, put the tray up.
Yeah.
Maybe clean out some more stuff.
We got to stop at Lowe's because I need tack cloth. We got to
stop at Kohl's too.
I need tack cloth, and I need a half a gallon or a gallon of paint thinner to clean my paint gun. I'm completely out of paint thinner.
Yeah, well, we got to go to Kohl's too, and we got to take that stuff over to the park and drop it off.
Mayor down in Collingdale, Jed.
Hi, Don.
He's the best in Delaware County. The dealerships go to him.
Hi, Chopper Mike.
Chopper Mike, man, have a good week, man. I appreciate you coming
you're welcome,
in,
Mark.
Floyd, you have a good night. Paul's here, right? Paul White's here. Yeah. Paul, have a good weekend. Lonnie, have a good weekend. Josh, Christina, Elliot, man, always good to have you come in, man.
Christina won, yay!
Hey,
yay.
Christina. All right. Big Don.
Say a prayer for Rick.
Everybody say a prayer for Rick. Actually, everybody keep Jose and his family and your family. Jesus, I'm sorry. Keep Jesus and his family in your prayers.
Get her done.
Get her done. You say, all right.
Bye, Robbie.
All right.
Tell your wife we're asking about her.
Yes, absolutely, Robbie. Blessings to you and your family.
Not this Sunday one, when I'm off.
When she's off?
When I'm off, I'll make patels.
Yeah, when she's off. She always makes a big batch when she's off.
Bye, Big Job. Bye, Paul. Bye, Jed. Thanks, Robbie. Bye, Henry. Bye, Becky. Bye, Gordon. Kansas Okie. Everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy your projects. Enjoy each other. Have fun. We're going to do our best to have fun. We're going to be running around pretty good, but and then I'm going to come home and take a nap, and then you can go in the garage.
Yeah, I usually go out to the shop when Kim takes a nap.
No, I usually take a nap when you go out in the garage,
or vice versa.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Yeah. All right, Henry, Christina, big job, Ford. You guys, everybody be safe. Hot Rod Black. That's right, one. Hot Rod Black. All right, man. Until
Bye,
next week.
Harry.
Take care, everybody. Take care, Harry.
Bye.